Hello and welcome to Ronin's Games That Don't Suck. Today we will be playing Star Trek Voyager Elite Force with the added expansion pack that came out for this game. Now, some of you may already know what I'm talking about, but for those who don't, I will explain it in a moment here. Right now, let's start a new game. So we do have difficulty levels, as well as we get to choose our gender here. I am going to be playing as a male character just because of all the times I've played it. That's just more enjoyable for me. So let's just get right into it.
On Stardate 48315.6, the USS Voyager was transported beyond our control, 70,000 light-years across the galaxy to the Delta Quadrant. There, without aid from Starfleet, we began our 70-year journey home. In our numerous encounters, we came into contact with many dangerous and violent species. Having a limited crew with no chance of reinforcements, we determined that we needed a specialized team to handle the more dangerous situations. Tuvok, Voyager's chief of security, assembled an elite force of security personnel named the Hazard Team. Ensign Monroe is second in command of this uniquely trained team. Equipped with 7 of 9's experimental anti-Borg weapon, the Infinity Modulator, the Hazard Team has beamed to a Borg cube on a dangerous mission. However, the team was quickly overwhelmed, and the iMod is now in the hands of the Borg. Separated from the rest, Monroe is attempting to rescue the team.
Yes, first look at the ID Tech 3 engine that's running this game.
Monroe to Tuvok. I've been cut off from the rest of the Hazard Team. I don't know where they are.
Mr. Monroe, we have isolated your team members' life signs. They appear to be trapped in the tertiary power modulation chamber. Rescue them at any cost.
Acknowledged. Tertiary what?
So apparently I know the trivia better than the main character.
Ensign, I've uploaded your mission objectives and tactical information. Review it now before proceeding.
Alright, so Tuvok just gave us our first order, which is to review our mission objectives. In the meantime, I do want to discuss with you the format that this series is going to take. See, this will be a much more leisurely playthrough. I am not going for any speed records by any means. I do want to go over trivia, like, for example, how these consoles are very much like the ones in the show, as well as some other little hidden details about the game itself that you might not know. First of all, we are equipped with a standard Type 2 phaser. It does have a low setting and a higher setting. You know, just different power levels. The higher setting does require more power out of this weapon. This is one of the few weapons with a regenerating power source, so you will never run out of ammo for it. However, these Borg will adapt to your weapons, so don't shoot them too much if you can help it. We also have the standard issue compression rifle here. Again, it has a moderate setting. I love the destructible terrain in this game, but I digress. It also has a sniper rifle setting, which if you fire it, it's completely silent to all the enemies around you. Now, I know the Borg aren't necessarily alerted by that, but there you go. And this is a distribution node. It controls all the drones in the local area. So if I shoot this thing, they try to respawn, but they all go offline, and this force field goes down. Next up, you may have seen it already. You have this plasma filter here. Now, this plasma filter is explosive. So, you shoot it and it will blow up. It will kill anything around it as well as reveal secret areas like this. And this is our first weapon energy terminal. All it does is it just recharges the Federation standard issue weapons, those that use the Federation power supply, to power themselves. We will be getting into a different ammo later, but for right now we'll let that be. Now around here I know there's another distribution node. There it is. Boom. And yeah, if you're feeling particularly vindictive, you can vaporize the deactivated drones. Doesn't matter too much. The Borg are kind of dumb in this game. Very dumb in this game. So I know there's something else around here. Well, there's this control panel, which I think is just kind of neat. And I do want to... Well... There's another plasma filter. We'll get to that later. Over here, another secret little passage that leads to a health energy terminal. This refills both your health and your armor, as seen in the bottom left. You know, just pretty straightforward if you've played first-person shooters before. Again, this is running on the Quake ID Tech 3 engine, which I think is held up pretty well considering. So this plasma filter, yeah, I find it kind of odd that they hid the path you're supposed to go behind a destructible wall like that. But they did, so there you are. This. I just squished a drone. Whoops. Anyhow. So, continuing on. Down this elevator.
Monroe! My savior. Get the IMOD. It's on the table.
And here we meet Kendrick Beesman. He's one of the hazard team officers. He's kind of a bully. Now let's just get rid of this guy here. And we have a new weapon. The iMod. Now, normally, Borg will adapt to the weapons that you use on them if you hit them so many times with it. The iMod is different. They cannot adapt to it. Hence why it's called the Infinity Modulator. It supposedly has infinite modulations. So let's let Beesman out of his little cage here.
Thanks, Monroe. Let's go.
Yeah, it's recommended that you grab the iMod first and then hit the button, just because the Borg will adapt to his phaser just as easily. And yeah, nobody else in this place, or nobody else gets an iMod. So, running along. Got two more crew members here. We'll meet them in just a bit, but right now let's save them from this drone.
Thanks, Monroe. I'll get Odell back to the ship.
Later, dudes. Oh. Yeah. At this stage of the game, Beesman is more of a great early warning system. Sorry about that. Go away. Yeah, Beesman is more of a great early warning system than he is an actual combat effective partner. But at least he does his job well. As a canary. So, let's see here. Yeah, more drones. Yeah, Rick, you're kind of wasting shots. Anyhow, moving on, and we've got this chamber.
Hey, a blue force field? I don't see a dis node here. Must have a special power source.
And that it does, Rick. So we...
I'd come with you if I had an iMod, but let's say I stay here and hold down the fort.
Rick is kind of a dick. Hello. There we go.
Nice, Monroe.
Now, this is actually kind of a unique weapon energy terminal. They do power down if you use too much of the energy. This one, however, well, we'll see it in just a moment.
Hey, Monroe, if you're not back in 5 minutes, I'm not going in after you.
I have no words for Rick right now. It's just, what? Anyhow. So, plasma filters. Boom.
Hey, the force field's what the? Some board just beamed in and they're.
And here we get into kind of a recurring theme of this game. A little bit of formula that makes it a little stale. You know, they wanted to make Doom based off of Voyager, or Quake based off of Voyager, whichever way you want to go. So, well, in most of those games, the protagonist is the only effective member of the team. In fact, he's the only member of the team. Also, this power terminal went down because we shot out what was powering it. Anyhow, so back on the main character being the only effective member of the team. For Voyager, it's your team always gets captured, in trouble, or is for some reason made ineffective. So that you, as the hero, have to go and rescue everything. Oh, and this is a neat little thing here. This is just a fluke in the game engine, really, but perfectly fine looking corridor. I'm not going through it yet because there is a loading zone here. Because there's a loading zone here, that is a fake health energy terminal. These terminals are not destructible by any means, but that one's a fake one. Except we step through the loading zone, and now the terminal's back, because this is actually the real terminal. Yeah, the other one was placed there just to keep continuity going, which I shot. Alright, now let's move a little quick, because there is a way to embarrass these drones around the corner here. Whoop. Yeah, now they're all offline. Ha 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 ha. We'll come around here. Did I mention these plasma filters could be used to kill enemies? They just walked right into that. And yeah, you will see me switch to the Type 2 a lot because it has unlimited ammo. I tend to treat it much more as a tool than an actual combat effective weapon. But it is nice like that. And here we're going to meet another member of our team, Austin Chang. He is actually our team's demolitionist, as demonstrated here.
Sir, I was hit. The board took the team. We're there. Beam out, Chang. You've done all you can. Aye, sir.
Alright. And now, talked about the sniper mode for the phaser. Your eyepiece, they call it the tactical eye display, does come with a zoom mode, which is compatible with all your weapons. So, that happened. Yes, the iMod secondary fire is a sniper mode similar to the compression rifle. The only difference is the iMods, one, cannot be adapted to or blocked by any means of shielding, and two, it is not silent. So, I'll run around here. Go away, drone. Go away, drone. And now I just need to wait for this thing to come up here so I can ride it back down. Yeah. Convenient little things. I was afraid that was going to squish me for a moment there. So you may have, from the range, noticed that plasma filter on the wall. I've played this game more than once. There are some mechanics I know a little too well. I was waiting for them to show up. This room. It's just kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, because these drones are not smart enough to actually come up and stop you. Let's see. Yes, you can lean around corners. It's kind of odd. And this is kind of an anti-puzzle. So you can actually just jam on through this room, not even know that there's supposed to be a puzzle here. But yeah, 2 elevator switches control opposite elevators. But as you see, this is the one that you need. You can just drop that, climb on, and go back up. Hello. Goodbye. Little plasma filter. Yes, walk into my trap. Oh, to be fair, you would have set that yourself, wouldn't you? Anyhow. More drones. And this. This did get me the first time I was here. I had no idea how to cross this gap. But now that I know about it, I think it's kind of clever. It's a moving piece of machinery, which undoubtedly serves some other purpose within this cube. Well, it makes a great lift. Oh, I missed the drone. Okay. There's a third drone walking around. Got there just a little late to shoot it. That's okay. He's right down here. Was right down here. And the last area of this. So we're about to wrap up here.
Monroe to Voyager. I've located the hazard team. They're trapped behind some sort of force field.
Acknowledged, Ensign. See if you can locate the control console for the force field.
So there are 2 ways to do this. I'm going to warn you right now that both options suck. So, we're just going to shoot the thing. To be continued. Thank you for watching my first episode of Let's Play Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Elite Force has been developed by Raven Software and published by Activision. Star Trek and all its related are trademarked by CBS Studios. Please support the official releases.